Hello, everybody. It's a very warm welcome. Today, we find out whether we have secured or are likely to secure a playoff place as we end the first phase of 9 games here in the Dutch Second League. We have the draw for the Dutch Cup, the first round of the Dutch Cup. We've radically changed our formation because it wasn't doing it. Plus, it looks like we might be taken over. Hello, and it's a very warm welcome to episode 4 of Going Dutch as we try and turn around a Dutch side relegated from the Eredivisie, in this case Waalwijk, and then try and return them to the top flight and leave them as an established side. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you, as usual, 2 games in the league, match day 9, match day 10. As I said, one of them's quite key because it may or may not secure us a playoff place. Excelsior is first up, then we play Helmond Sport at home, and well, it's all going on in the in the sphere that we are in, because I've had this message from the managing director. Hi, Frank. Maybe it's not such good news, though, because the board have placed an embargo upon transfers as a result of rumours regarding a possible takeover. These restrictions will remain in place until the outcome of any takeover has been resolved. That's okay in itself. It's the next one that is a little bit worrying. The consortium's target RKC Waalwijk takeover. Waalwijk have attracted takeover interest from consortiums backed by Marjan Villanis and Philip van Esch, as well as a further rival group fronted by Brian van der Hayden, who have kicked off proceedings by declaring they will name a new manager. Hey, I'm here. Should they prove successful in their efforts to take control of the club. That's not good news, is it? Helden hinted that a change to the Football Daily in what cynics will claim as clearly an attempt to get supporters on his side, knowing they are watching the situation develop with great interest. RKC Waalwijk board have placed an embargo upon transfers as a result of rumours regarding a possible takeover. These restrictions will remain in place until the outcome of any takeover has been resolved. Seem to remember we did this once before. I think it was a save. We moved to Sheffield Wednesday and then got taken over, and they didn't want me as a manager. They booted me out. We might have to try and fix it surreptitiously if that does happen, because obviously the whole premises of the save is to try and get us up and in to the higher league. We'll work that out as we get to it, but that's the first cause of concern. The other thing, as I mentioned in the preamble, is we have had the draw for the first round of the Dutch Cup. We're going to do that right now for you. I'll pass you to Pass Mark for a look at that. And thank you to Future Mark for that. And here is the draw for the Dutch Cup first round. And it's made today. 54 teams go into the hat for 27 matches to be drawn, with Eredivisie teams FC 20, Vitesse and Heerenveen entering the competition. So some of the big boys are in here. Let's get underway. Ajax are the holders, and Ajax are also favourites to win it yet again. Let's have a look then and see who we will draw as we get underway. 20 is first out, FC 20 from Eredivisie. They will play Graafschap. Sparta Rotterdam will play Topos. FC Eindhoven will play Scheveningen. FC Dordrecht will play Fortuna Sittard. Harkema's boys will play Maastricht. Noordwijk will play Willem II. Volendam, the Eredivisie, will play HHC. Almere City will play Kokasan boys. Or Kozakan boys. Nijmegen will play Telstar. The Treffers. Klotinge. I hope I've pronounced that right. TEC will play Emmerdyk. Or Emmerdyk. Vitesse will play Den Bosch. And AC Breda will play Odin 59. Den Haag will play FC Emmen, all second division game there. Barendrecht will play Cambuur from the Eredivisie. HSC 21 will play Helmond Sport. Spakenburg will play Venlo. Rijnsburg boys will play Hook. AFC will play UNA. FC Groningen will play ASWH. Heerenveen will play, I'm not even going to try, Izmir Vogels. Astidoko will play the Quick Boys. DEM will play Roda Kerkenrade. Go Ahead Eagles from the Eredivisie will play OSS 20. Rijnvogels will play FC Lycée. We're still in there. 4 teams still to come out. Excelsior are out. Who will they play? They will play Hercules Almelo from the Eredivisie, which means that we have got Zwolle. And we are away to Zwolle. Last out of the draw. And we will be away in that first game. I'll hand you back to Future Mark, who will have a look at the schedule and where that fits into the schedule. Thank you to Pass Mark. And yes, PEC Zwolle is our opponents in the Dutch Cup first round Eredivisie opponents, and yeah, that's going to be a bit of a toughie to say the least, but we'll have that in the next episode, so we'll look forward to that one as it is. Right, we'll have a look at what's happened since you were last with us in just a moment. Don't forget, if you do enjoy today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the series so far. Let me know when you've seen them today whether you think I've done the right thing in changing the tactics or not. We'll see whether they work or they don't work, but hopefully they will, and do a bit explaining about that in just a moment. All right, the reason why I've changed the tactics, of course, is that we've played these last 2 games, and to be honest, as well as scoring goals, we've conceded goals as well. Last time out, of course, a 2-1 win against a young Ajax, a 2-0 win against Willem II. Seemed to do quite well, and then we went on this sort of bit of a wonky run. Maastricht were first up. Both these games played at, both these games played? One was played at home, one was played away. We played this one at home, and well, after 18 minutes, Temesnikov got us a lead. Wouters with a corner, swung in, it's headed clear. Lakessa heads it down into the path of Temesnikov, and Temesnikov plants it in the back of the net. Yes, I've learnt his name. It's good, isn't it? Temesnikov. Right, so 1-0 at this point in time, but it was, I say, short-lived. Yeah, Livramento got an equaliser after 32. Kleinen down this wing, and Kumas, Schmitz, Livramento, lovely shot. We just don't seem to be able to contain sides. That's a big problem. Hence why I've changed the things. We were 2-1 down before half time because I call him Stradivarius. It's similar. He scored a second for Maastricht after 38. Koemans, not the Koemans, but a Koemans. Soren to Stradivarius in the centre of the box there, puts it, sweeps it away, and we go 2-1 down. Some Salamani in goal for this one. 2-1 at half time then. and it took us to 71 minutes before Oakley got us back on level terms. Lavelde down that right wing, cuts it back to Lobinger. O'Killy, and O'Killy levelling things up on 71 minutes. 6 minutes later, we thought we might have snuck a win when Van der Beij gets this one. Listes with a free kick, not a corner, and Van der Beij on the back post just nods it in past everybody. 3-2 at this point, and we seem to be quite happy. Then we gave away a penalty. And Schmitz quite happy to put that away. 3-3 was the result then. We had 18 shots, 10 on target. Once again, we should have been 51% of the possession, 2.17 on the XG. Like I said, we're just conceding and shouldn't be conceding. They had 6 shots, 4 on target, 1.80 and 49% of the possession. Player of the match for Yasin O'Killy. 1 key pass, 1 clear-cut chance and a goal, a 7.7 for him. And as you see, we did have quite a few green ratings. So, okay, but just not defensively. We're a bit inane. And then we went to FC Groningen, and well, this was a story of late show. 0-0 at half-time. Very tight, very cagey affair. 72 minutes they scored for Romerto, who I think has had some relationship to us. I'm not sure. Let's just check him out. Has he played for us? Career stats. He did. He played for us last season in the Eredivisie. 27 games. That's why he's come back to haunt us as they do in this sphere. Well, they do in real life as well. Hoppy into Candelaria, Kruger, and we just give him too much room. And this is the problem we're having, which is what I want to try and stem if we can. Anyway, it was a 12-minute lead because Patrick Varro got us back on level terms after 84. This failed on that far side, and it's played to the back post. Varro nods it in. It's 1-1 at this point in time. And then 4 minutes later, we thought once again we'd won the game. Candelaria, a poor ball. Schneppmann steps in, and Lobinger runs through the defence and gets it past Sai. I have to say, Sai was absolutely brilliant. He did prevent a lot of chances, and we really should have been better. 88 minutes then going into injury time at the end of the game. It looked like we were going to win it, but then this happened. Corner from Van der Beek. It swung back out. He plays it back deep. Took an awful deflection. Oh, we were unlucky, really. But it did take an awful deflection, and it ended up 2-2. Just unable to see games out, basically. 14 shots, 6 on target, 2.06. The only thing we weren't dominant in was the possession. Groningen had 11 shots, 3 on target, 1.73 and 57% of the possession. Bellapuse was the player of the match, a 7.8 for him. I think only mainly because he scored a goal, really. We had a number of players with green markers as well, but Vesson in goal, not covering himself with glory. Neither of the goalkeepers covering themselves in glory as it currently stands. So that's where we're at. Let's have a quick look then at the change in formation. We've gone to this, a flat back 3 with 2 wing backs playing high up the field, and then 1 up front and 2 wide players. Interestingly, I've tested it out, and it looks quite good, because what happens is 2 things. Is when we're defending, these 2 drop back and make a flat back 3. A flat back 5. So we got 5 in defence, which is quite good. And even Van der Beij, in this case, would drop back in, possibly to make it a 6 if we need to, but he's there to feed the ball forward if we need to go forward. And then when we go on attack, these 2 go forward, these 2 drop inside, and effectively we've got 5 in attack, and we overload, and these push forward, which gives us impetus in midfield, and then we can break the lines and get in behind them. You'll see it in action in just a moment or two from now. So there we go. That's what we've got. Excelsior are first up today. We haven't met them before. We have met them before. It's showing us the Eredivisie. Of course it would do, because we've thinking, you know, I'm not thinking. Of course, they came down with us from the Eredivisie last season. We beat them 3-1 at our place, lost to them 3-0 at their place. Parrott, Udenaz and Fernandez, the scorers for them. Van der Boij was sent off on 29 minutes in that game, which probably didn't help us in the slightest. Selenais, Stanovic and Min, the scorers at our place last season, but we'll come to that in due course. So, played them 1-1, lost 1 against them. Obviously, this is going to split it today. Let's see what the result is going to be. Let's go and have a look at the team then. You've almost seen it. You've had a prelude of it. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Excelsior with our new formation. Well, that wasn't our final formation, so it has changed around a little bit. Vassen is in goal, and this is our flat-back three. Kongaloo, Van der Boij drops into that defensive role. Pollock on his outside, and then we have Latonda and Leeveld as the complete wing-backs. Varro and Schepperman are in midfield. Rowe will drop deep if he needs to. Schepperman will get forward when he can. Selenais over on the left as the inverted winger, and Schrijvers on the right as the inside forward. Bauerhout gets the opportunity up front. He's got an opportunity to prove himself today, or he could be out for good. On the bench, Salmani, Areki, O'Kelly, Min, Gari, Lakessa, Temesnikov, Wouters, Listes, Lubinger, Limori, and we've got Howin on the bench, which I don't like. So let's put one of the other players on. We'll put Harmanzi on the bench. I don't like two goalkeepers. There's no point in having two goalkeepers. What does that do? We hardly any change in the goalkeepers anyway. So there we go. There are the changes. Of course, one thing we didn't do was have a look at the injuries. We have, I think all our injuries are actually back. So that's where we're at. That is the side that will face Excelsior. And here we are at home. I thought we were away for this one. We are at home, and 1-2, drawn 3 of our last 5. Excelsior have won 3, lost 2. They are playing a 4-2-3-1 today, and I just realised that we didn't show you the table. They are 3rd on 15 points. We are 4th on 15 points. William the 2nd, because they can't be caught at the moment, have secured the playoff place, the first playoff place. Pollock with a free kick, 7 minutes in. Varro. Right, now, if we just pause this for a moment, because I'm going to show you the thing. We are in a sort of like an attacking mode. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players here. So we've got Leveld, who's come forward. We've got Strivers, who's moved inside. We've got Berhout, which is he's the attacker. Selenais, he's moved inside. We've also got Latonda, who is the complete wing back here, and also lurking. I can't get him. Is Schepperman, who's moved forward. This is our defensive midfielder, Varro, and then we've got our back 3, Pollock, Van der Boij, and Kongaloo, of course, and that is how they form up. And with the keeper on sweeper keeper. He on attack, he will come out a little bit. So this is the formation that we will go. We'll have a look when we go into a defensive mode at some point. Kongaloo then. Selenais. Van der Boij. Looking to break that line. Look how many there is lining up there. Selenais. Van der Boij. Kongaloo. Patient build-up. Latonda. Kongaloo. Kongaloo. Van der Boij. Van der Boij comes forward. He's looking for get this through. Pollock to Leveld. Leveld, he's gone through the lines now. Strivers Strivers, all he's got to do is cut this back. Lavelde will do, though. Lavelde chips it in. Borhout, it's headed away. And see how that's lost. Shepperman has a go. He's put it away in the corner. And we go 1 up after 9 minutes. And there you go. It's all about, and as soon as we've lost that ball, we've pressed them. Here's the ball. Here's the press. Watch the press. He's straight on him. He's had to hit that ball because the player's coming in. And he's given that ball to Shari. He's got nobody there in support. And they've piled onto him. He's given the ball away. Shepperman picks the ball up. He's run through. And he's put it away to Van Gassel. Past Van Gassel, should I say. Varro with a corner. It's a short one to Solanese. Varro into the area. Borhout. Solanese created a bit of space there. Varro. Solanese has a shot. It's given away, though, and all they can do is punt it outfield. Lavelde is the sweeper, effectively, at the back there. Solanese. Here we go. Just Solanese. Varro. Back to Solanese, and it was blocked. The defender was on him very, very quickly, and that ball cleared. Corner on that far side now. Varro, 44 minutes on the clock. It's headed clear, but only as far as Solanese. Solanese. He's into the air. He's chipped in. He's pulled it back. And it's Borhout gets his first goal for us. And we go 2 up on 45 minutes. And this is making a difference. I think this formation could be our new formation. As I said, I did test it out with the under-21s. And it seemed to be quite good. See how that's pulled back. Borhout gets that. Defence can't do anything. What I want to do, again, is just look at how many players are in here. This is cleared up. Solanese. Right. Let's have a look how many players we've got in here. I know it's for a corner, but you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lurking behind there. 8 on the outside of the area. I mean, it's just a complete overload, and something has got to give. We're going to see it yet again. I didn't mean to get the highlight again, but there you go. The replay. But it's worth watching. Look at those players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the outside, 9 Lavelde. 10 over here on the right, to be fair, if it was to go to the back area. And half-time has arrived. It's 6 shots, 3 on target, 1.46, 52% of the possession. They've had 1 shot in that first half. It's not hit the target. 0.03 and 48% of the possession. I think the tactics working quite well. Free kick for Excelsior. It's swung in. It's defended well, though. Strivers gets it away. Latonda was forward. Latonda holds the ball up. But he's giving it away to Udinese. But Solanese going in with a tackle. And as you see, very pressing. And that ball over the top, and they're in. And they've got 1 back through Shari. All right, it's taken a knock. We might need to look to change him in a minute. But, they got in. They worked out how to get round us, and they did. Lavelde. And we've still not changed Borat just yet. We were just about to think about it. Varro, Shepperman through to Borat, Strivers has a go. He's come back off the post, beat the goalkeeper, and it's the post that saved him. And with 65 minutes on the clock, we've made 1 change. That injury to Borhout, it's a potential knee injury, so we've taken him off. He's had a good day, though, and scored a goal. And we've replaced him with Tomezhnikov. And with nearly 76 minutes on the clock, making 2 more changes, we have taken off Latonda, who has also picked up a knee injury as well, which is a bit of a worry. We've replaced him with Vatters, and we've also taken off Danilo Solanese, who's had a great day out there today on that left side, and replaced him with Lex Tiga Lebejanda. And with just about 90 minutes on the clock, 5 minutes of extra time injury time to be played, made our final two changes. Varro has come off. He's had a good day out there. And also Shepperman, who has also had a good day. In fact, he must be in looking as if he could be in for player of the match. So we've changed our centre of midfield there. Rekic is alongside O'Kelly. And those two will see the game out in midfield. And we've also changed, as you just see, slightly changed the formation. This is really to see the game out version of the tactic. No more highlights. And we didn't get many highlights in that second half, did we? And, well, there you go. But we have beaten Excelsior, and their goal was really no more than a consolation. They had 4 shots total in the end. That one on target, and just caught us a little bit cold. 0.39. I think it was from a set piece. We'll just double check it in a minute. 43% of the possession. They had 9 shots. We had 9 shots, 5 of which were on target. 1.64 and 57% of the possession. As prophesied, Sam Shepperman picking up a Player of the Match award. 7.6 for his goal and contribution in midfield there. Very good day at the office, and another 3 points. Let's go and see how that sits us in the table. Well, ahead of the roundup of where we are, Borhort will be out for 5 to 6 days. May be ready for the next one. Injured innocuously in that last game. He's going to be out. And Latonda also picking up a knock. He's going to be out for 2 or 3 days. So nothing major. We didn't check the things, so just those two out. Rekic, Litzes, Pollock and Kongaloo all coming back from injury, so we're okay there from that point of view. Right, let's have a look at the day's results then, and you'll see Wilhelm II motoring at the top there. They are still 4 points clear of us at the top, which is where they've got themselves. Young Ajax have beaten Young AZ. That's the first loss that Young AZ have had. Drawn 3, mind you, but they've lost now to Young Ajax. Graafschap beating Emmen. Dan Bosch and Topos, a 1-1 draw. Helmond Sport beating Eindhoven. Young Utrecht losing to Dordrecht. 5-5 draw. What a match that was. A Breda drawing with Young PSV. Of course, our 2-1 win over Excelsior. And Excelsior, that's their 4th loss. 1-5, lost 4. Telstar 2-2 draw with Venlo, and Wilhelm II beating Maastricht by 2-1. Famara Jeju, I think, as I said before, ex-Bristol City, getting the winning goal on 86 minutes, a minute after Maastricht thought they'd got themselves back level. And I'll bet that was a bit of a stinker, to say the least. Right, Helmond Sport are up next. We haven't played them before. Just checking now after that last one. We'll be back just ahead of that game in 7 days' time. And so you come back and join us on match day, match day 10 in the KKD, and Kuchen Campion Divisie. And of course, the one thing we didn't do was we didn't look at the table at the end of that. Look at the week's fixtures. Wilhelm II are top on 22. Young AZ are second on 18. We are just behind them, also on 18 points. Excelsior, Graafschap and Young Utrecht are all on 15 points, 3 points behind us. ADO Den Haag are on 14 points along with Helmond Sport, Emmen and Groningen. And of course, these highlights here are the highlights. So as it would stand, Wilhelm II and Waalwijk would get promoted, and Excelsior, Graafschap and Den Haag would be in the playoffs. Now, one of those playoff places will drop out because Wilhelm II have guaranteed themselves a playoff place. Regardless of where they end up, they could end up down the bottom of the table here, but they've guaranteed themselves a place. And it all really depends on how it goes. Of course, at the moment, they get automatic promotion. So the 3 places are up for grabs. 3, you think? What also happens is one of the teams from the team that finishes bottom of the Eredivisie get to play off against these sides to see if they stay up, and one of these sides come up. That's how it all works. Bit more towards the end of the season. I assume we get there and don't get sacked by virtue of the takeover bid. That is for sure. Right, so that's how it is at the bottom of the table. Topos and Telstar are near the bottom. FC Eindhoven in 18th on 6 points. Topos on 4 points. Telstar on 2 points. Today's opponents, second opponents of the episode, Helmond Sport, 8th, of course, with 14 points, just 4 points behind us at the moment. They have currently won 4, drawn 2, lost 3, 12-4, 11 against, a goal difference of +1. They've won 2 of their last 5, drawn one, and lost 2. In fact, I think they've won their last 2 matches. Is that how it works? I think that's how it works. So they're on a reasonable run of form. Let's go and have a look at the side then that will face Helmond Sport. So here we are for our second game of the episode against Helmond Sport in match day 10. We've got a little bit of a depleted squad, and the reason we've got a depleted squad is we've got some players out on international duty. No international breaks here by the looks of it. Zeja, who is a youth player, he's away with the under 21s, whichever country he's from. It says Croatia, I think. Yeah, it's Croatia. And then we've also got Rekic. He's away with Tunisia. We got Margre is away with Suriname. And Listes is away with Hungary. So those players are away at the moment. So it's a slightly depleted squad, hence why we've got a few make weights, if you like, in the squad. Certainly on the bench today. Vassin continues in goal then. It's Congolou, Van der Beij and Pollock are defensive line. Latonda and Lavelde continues the complete wing backs of Varro and Schapperman in that midfield. Solanese and Shrivers are in the 2 wide attacking positions, pretty much as we were last time. The only difference up front is Barhot, who picked up that injury in the last game. He's on the bench, and Min makes a start up front. The bench looks like this: Samane, Gari, Oakley, Barhot, Vatas, Lokesa, Temeshnikov, Lemuri, Quidaveleg, Lobija, pronounce, I can't even, Tashbua, and Hamazi are all on the bench. And here we are, Helmond Sport then set up like this. They're playing a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder. 1-2, lost 2, drawn 1 of the last 5. We've won 3, drawn 2 with a flat back 3 now. And that's how we continue. We are in 3rd on 18. They are 8th on 14. Well, not for the first time this series. We've gone through a whole half without a highlight. And bearing in mind we've had 4 shots, 3 of them on target, I'm not sure why. 0.31 on the XG, 61% of the possession. We've just not been clinical enough. They've had 3 shots, none of them on target. 0.17 and 39% of the possession. And Min picking up a yellow card after 7 minutes. That's pretty much the only highlight of the first half. And with nearly 61 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes, David Min, who's not doing anything up front, we've replaced him with Lobinger. And the other change we made is Thierry Latondo, who's coming back from injury. Again, not having a good day. We've replaced him with Vatas. And we do have a highlight, 71 minutes on the clock. And it's a highlight for Helmond Sport, which is a bit of a worry. Verken on the ball. Damas. And Van Hoof's given too much room there, but Pollock gets a boot in. clears the immediate danger, and they're still having a go. It's well blocked, though. Fernandez trying to get a shot away, and we've not managed to. We stifled them, but not managed to break them down. I think that's gone dead there. Good tackle by Pollock. Well timed. Fernandez getting that away. Who put the block in there? It's Varro defending well. And with 75 minutes on the clock, looking for a way through here. And we've brought on Tomezhnikov and put him up front. Lobinger moves to the left. Selenais moves to the right. And we have taken off Shrivers in that change. And that is how we will progress. I've just realised we are on balanced. And I think we ought to go positive just to see if we can get this goal. They have a corner. Van Kellegum, 81 minutes on the clock. Swung in. It's headed clear, but only as far as then. Bottas and Kellegum. He's put it over the top. And with nearly 82 minutes on the clock, making two more changes. Patrick Varro comes off. Oakley comes on for him. And the other change that we have made, our final change that we are allowed to make, Lieveld is off. And we've brought on Yaran Gari. We have a three in Vatters, Lobinger, O'Killy, Lobinger, Schupperman, Gari, Chenez tried a turn on it, but it's gone out for a corner. We have a corner on this near side here. Vatters with the corner. Can we score from the corner? 84 minutes on the clock. Vatters. It's gone deep to the back post. It's headed clear. And it's gone for another corner. This time on that far side. Another bite of the cherry. It's going to be a short one, though. Vatters has, I'm not sure who it is, in attendance. It is going to be short to Tomezhnikov. It's crossed in and it's gone through. Schapperman carries it out, though. And it was a bit of a waste in the end. Lobinger. O'Killy, Lobinger. This was from the throw-in, the initial. Selenais turned, but defended well. Into the 3rd minute of 3 added on. That's through to Selenais. Selenais crosses it deep. Oh, it's just gone over the top. It's still in play. And Gari with a throw-in. Gari and Selenais working quite well together. He's crossed this in. It's headed by Lobinger, but it's come back off the woodwork and not gone out. Okay, so what's happened here? 0-0 on top here. We're in the 3rd minute and he's just kicked off. I'm not sure what's happened. See if we can work it out. I think we're going to see the highlight again. Are we? Something happened here. Lobinger into the area, and a goal was scored. It's now showed up on the thing. We've did not. Football Manager's playing me up here. Right. In which case, let's go back and see if we can see the goal properly. I'm sorry about this. I mean, it's not my fault. It's something really well. Van der Beek then to Lobinger. Lobinger comes forward. Lobinger into the area. He's tackled, but the ball was tackled and given to Tomezhnikov. Tomezhnikov putting it away. It hadn't registered, and it was just weird that we started off with a restart. We get the highlight. No, we're not going to get the highlight again. Dams, Fernandez, Cacon. Right, before we do that, we just need to do some tweaks here because we want to go back down to balanced and we want to change formation to the kill. Confirm changes. Might be too late. Tackle goes in from Kongaloo to Lobinger. Lobinger comes forward to Tomezhnikov. Tomezhnikov out to Vatters. Vatters, Lobinger. And we come forward. Can we score a second here? This is going to be really delightful if we can. It's back out. Vatters. O'Kelly. And it's a good save. Still alive. Lobinger. O'Kelly has a second attempt. It's gone over the top this time. And it's all over. And the referee has blown the whistle. We've won it by that goal that hadn't shown up, that did show up, that what I'm not sure what was going on there. That was obviously a little bit of a bug. Apologies for that. I mean, I assure you, I did nothing this end. You saw it all. I was just weird that they were kicking off and it was still saying 0-0 at the top. And obviously when we went back to find out what had happened, it put the goal on the thing. It was a good goal in the end as well. 13 shots, 4 on target. Probably not as many as we would have liked. Certainly nowhere near our 50%, 1.63 and 56% of the possession. Helmond Sport had 6 shots, but nothing was on target, 0.55 and 44% of the possession. It's another win. Let's go and see how that affects the table. Oh, player of the match went to Tomezhnikov, by the way. He scoring that goal. Yeah, so he's done well coming on. Well, it took us a bit of a while to start getting on highlights, and it was a late show from Tomezhnikov giving us the win against Helmond Sport. A very tight match, and, just managed to squeeze it out and puts us up into second place, albeit we have played a game more than Young AZ, but they would overtake us if they were to win, especially as they have a superior goal difference as it stands at the moment. So, good win. Young Ajax are beating Maastricht by 2-1. Young PSV and Telstar 3-3. Venlo 3. Eindhoven 1. Which leaves the table looking like this at the end of the episode. Willem 2 are top. They've still got a game to play though. We're a point behind them at the moment. Potentially going 4 points behind if they were to win. On 22 points. We are second on 21. Young AZ are third on 18. Young Ajax are fourth on 16. Then Excelsior are fifth on 15. Graafschap also on 15. Young Utrecht are seventh on 15. Then come ADO van Den Haag on 14, along with a number of other teams, of course. So just on goal difference there. Topos bottom 3 at the moment. Eindhoven on 6. Topos on 4. And Telstar on the bottom on 3 as it currently stands. Automatic is Willem 2 and ourselves. And then Excelsior, Graafschap and Den Haag taking up the playoff places, albeit, as I said, Willem the second, if they do drop away, are guaranteed a playoff place as it currently stands. So that's how it ends at the end of the episode. I think the formation seems to be working quite well. It's a good change and we've got us off to a good start. Let's hope it continues. We're going to play Venlo and Young PSV offline. We're going to come back for the Dutch Cup first round. Can we get some money? It's going to be a great match, and then we'll be playing a team near the bottom of the table in 19th place, Topos, in the next episode. So Dutch Cup first round and the Keukenkampen Divisie match day 13, I think it is. And that will be what we have on the next episode. Hope you can join me for that. If you've enjoyed today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, keep you up to date with all future episodes of Going Dutch and our other series bottom to the top as they are released. And new episodes of Going Dutch are released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. and I do say and apologise that recently I know it has gone awry and it's been all sorts of various times. Hopefully this will come out at 4:15 and we're back on track as of today, as I did say, because of the Euros and various other things going on. I've been missing it. Having said that, though, a lot more people have been watching it where it's been coming out at around about 6 o'clock. So I'm going to see if we go back to 4:15 what the sort of viewing figures are like. If it does drop off again, I am tempted to go to more of a 6 o'clock regular. If you think and you would like me to go to 6 o'clock as a regular release time, let me know in the comments below. It would be a help to me working out what works for you. The best way of keeping up to date what's happening on this channel, of course, is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. If be episode 5. It's out on Monday. If you're not watching my other series, I asked the question, why not? Go and watch it. It's out tomorrow, same time. But if you're watching this series, come back and join me on Monday for episode 5. Until then, goodbye.